I was really pleased and impressed with how hard our team fought and played versus Louisville. I think it was a complementary football approach that helped us move forward through that game. Anxious now to take on the next opponent as we move down the stretch of the season.
5 up the middle. That pass is intercepted.
We call them havoc plays. We've learned more about the identity of this particular team, this particular defense. We're learning to manage specific players in this very unique year. We found out after about 3 weeks that's going to require different management in terms of health and freshness and how they're prepared. That's starting to yield a different return. It's not just because the players are trying harder, right? We've had to put some organizational and some preparation things into place that are giving them a better chance in terms of healing, recovering, becoming faster, fresher as the wear and tear of this particular season is taken on. And it's starting to show results, and at a good time with the stretch run coming up. Having Brennan back to back, just having our quarterback available to play football. I believe the season started strong with Duke and a good performance versus Clemson. Then there were 2 games where we didn't have him and did the best we could to innovate and develop and move our team forward. And then really from that moment on, a close loss in Brennan's comeback versus Miami on the road, a win versus UNC and a win versus Louisville. Really having our quarterback back and healthy and putting some consistent practice reps and games together is a pretty simple but probably the most impactful answer.
Another give to Tyrese White. White stretching for the end zone. Touchdown!
I learned really early on that the quality of coaching isn't level specific. I've seen amazing high school coaches, and I visited some professional facilities where I wasn't that impressed. And same thing with the different levels of college football. So the coaching is very strong. I think the schemes are very sound. And normally the biggest difference is the depth of players in the roster and the quality of players throughout the entire roster. And then you'll see players at any given spot where you'd say, man, that's impressive. And this is no different. So I'm impressed with the scheme, with the strategy, and with the overall way the program is run. And then you start looking at specific players versus the depth of the roster. That's usually the biggest difference. And this would be no different. Weekly, I normally stand up and say this is the next nameless and faceless opponent. I'm even talking about ACC teams, right? Meaning that the focus is on us. That's what I mean by that, not in relation to the opponent. It's just the core philosophy that I have kind of extracted from John Wooden of the focus entirely is on us. The context is the next game, where it might be and who, but really there's very little attention that we put on the next opponent. The focus is only on us.